when you truly embark on a spiritual journey, a big part of that is dealing with your pain, your traumas, meeting your shadow self. And honestly, when you have someone right by your side the whole time, like a significant other, if you're with your friends all the time, it's really hard to actually do that work. So that's why it is a pretty required part of the journey that you are alone. And I know there's like, oh, you can be alone but not feel lonely, and that's totally true. That's totally true. And for a lot of I've always really liked being alone, but that doesn't mean that I don't have these moments of my growth where it feels so lonely. And just not even because I'm physically alone, but I just feel so alone in what I'm experiencing. I feel so alone in what I'm going through. I feel like I can't talk to people. And I even have people asking, like my friends, they're like, what's going on with you? Is asking to talk to me. And I'm like, it's honestly draining to even explain because I don't know that you're going to understand. So yeah, it can be really lonely, and trust me, I get it. And anyone who's gone through the spiritual awakening experience also probably gets it. Something that's helped me a lot with those feelings of loneliness is to really go internally and to use that as a reason to really work on my self-love. So when I feel super lonely, I like to lay in bed. I do a lot of hugging myself. There's a lot of self-soothing, a lot of as if I am my mother and I'm coddling my inner child, basically. And it's also a really great chance to do some shadow work and to dig deeper. One of my favorite ways to do shadow work is to sit in front of the mirror, look at myself like I'm talking to a therapist, but I am my own therapist, and just being like, I feel sad. And then being like, why do you feel sad? And then at first, I don't always know exactly what to say, but as I keep talking back and forth with myself, knowing that this is a safe space for me to communicate with myself, eventually I can usually get down to the root, and I can really, I'm able to release those emotions. And not always, sometimes those emotions are a little bit stuck and it will take a few days to release them. It's not just a right away thing, but yeah, so if you work with your loneliness and learn to kind of appreciate it, because when you feel that loneliness come up, it's a good reason to be like, okay, why am I feeling this loneliness? Where is this rooting from? And a lot of times I have a lot of anger rooted in this. When I feel this loneliness, it's kind of tied to a sense of frustration, because I just feel frustrated that I feel alone. I feel frustrated that growing up I felt like such an outcast. I feel frustrated that my friends and family don't understand. I just feel frustrated. And if rage comes out from that, if you feel anger and rage coming out, let it out, scream, kick, throw a hissy fit, throw a tantrum. Part of this process is just letting yourself be you and letting yourself feel all of your feelings in their entirety. So if you feel lonely, please know you are not alone. Please know I see you. Others of us see you. Your light family sees you. God sees you. And it does get better. It really does get better. Choosing to spiritually awaken, choosing that path is a very brave and courageous path, because it's hard. It really is hard. But I love you, and keep doing what you're doing. Keep working. Keep just taking steps forward. And sometimes taking steps forward requires taking some steps backwards. Sometimes going backwards is part of going forward. It's all, whatever is happening is what's meant to happen. Just make sure you're always coming from a place of love. And like I said, remember those self-soothing techniques. They do help a lot. But I love you. Bye-bye.